my position. Deny everything. I thought psychic driving would have been more effective in breaking down his personality. Psychic driving fails because its methods are too obvious.
Right.
You were trying too hard, Frederick. If force is used, the subject will only surrender temporarily.
Okay.
Once a patient is exposed to the method of manipulation, it becomes much less effective. And Dr. Gideon began to suspect he was being pushed. He pushed back. The subject mustn't be aware of any influence.
Getting myself sit up. Let me get my gloves on. Let me see.
So, you get to dress up and I don't? Might affect how well my testimony goes over with the judge.
Testimony speaks for itself.
Frederick, don't look so worried. I forgive you your trespasses.
What trespasses are those?
You made me kill the nurse. I take responsibility for killing my wife and her family. The nurse is your fault.
I cannot accept responsibility for your actions, Abel.
Au contraire, it's why I'm suing you. You made me think I was somebody else. And now, who knows what I'm thinking?
Dr. Gideon, you told me you were the Chesapeake Ripper.
Dr. Chilton, you told me I was the Chesapeake Ripper, and that's what I'm going to tell everyone.
See you in court.
Married? You married? How long you married? That long. Regarding divorce, not that you're getting one, just that I can see the clock in your eyes. Word of advice, it's easier just to kill him. Kill him, kill everyone at the table. Less paperwork. Worked for me. I'm doing okay. Your wife's probably fantastic. My wife, horrible. Maybe I'm not supposed to be in a relationship. Those people. How do you keep those whites so clean? That's always amazes me.
Nice little coat of Vaseline.
free.
Go to your bed.
Escaped from that state of mind when he did this.
He took a uniform, police radio, 2.9mm handguns, pepper spray, taser,
What he didn't do.
He hung the organs from the branches with the name from the victims.
You can tie little bows with some of them. Yeah, extremely aggressive.
The Ripper would not have left the organs behind.
Well, if Gideon isn't Chesapeake Ripper, he certainly tried to do it.
Local TV picked up our truck now living over the road. This was consistent with the ones we found at the crime scene.
How quick were the tracks?
2-3 hours old.
Which direction they headed?
Back to Baltimore.
This is my fault.
He dodged the bullet. Gideon's escape forgoes a trial and a very public humiliation for you.
And now you are hosting private one. Next, he's accusing me of arranging his escape.
No one's making that accusation.
If we're tossing around the blame, Dr. Bloom, you agree with me. You planted the idea that I was unethical and misleading.
Well, according to Gideon, you are.
After you told me. You thought I was manipulating him. He was manipulating me.
You were pushing him.
He gave me informed consent to treat him. Said that he was grateful for my help in understanding who he is.
Did you help him understand?
He was not insane when he killed his wife. Killed his broken insane. I did not convince him he was a serial killer. I just reminded him of the fact.
Gideon is not the Chesapeake Ripper, although he might have thought he was under the sheriff's doctor.
Whether he is or he isn't doesn't really matter right now. If he thinks he is, or even if he's confused on that issue, he will kill again.
I hope he did not. I think you will sleep with that on your shoulders.
How did you sleep when Gideon killed your nurse?
What did Gideon want?
The last thing Abel Gideon said to me is that he intends to tell everyone that he is the Chesapeake Ripper.
Accused of Abel Gideon, transplant surgeon. Convicted in the first degree, the murders of his wife and her family. Institutionalized at the Baltimore State Hospital for the Criminally Insane, where he killed a nurse and claimed to be the Chesapeake Ripper. Dr. Gideon was killed this morning after killing 2 people. He is armed and dangerous. He is believed to be at large. Institutionalized at the Baltimore
fleeing into silence. I don't feel this stuff. I feel like I've been gradually becoming different for a while. I just feel like somebody else.
What do you feel like?
I feel crazy.
That is what you fear most.
I feel not knowing who I am. That's what Abel Gideon said about, isn't it? He's like a blind man. Somebody got inside his head and...
Very nicely made the video and the two snippets you gave to me.
Gideon didn't leave a manifesto. We confiscated all correspondence from his.
Gideon, it's in his head.
Remember, Captain, organ removal was done for one. We were trying to remove it.
It wasn't technically a lobotomy. He didn't remove any of the brain. He just scrambled them. It wasn't a lobotomy.
And just scramble the brains.
That's what they did to him.
It's what who did to him. Any kind of psychiatric professional that worked with or talked to Dr. Gideon. Along the Bloom would be on that list.
Are you my protective custody?
Don't need protective custody to cozy up with my dogs. Me, for that matter.
Really warm.
Tend to run hot. They say stress raises body temperature. Yeah. Nothing to do with you.
Gideon can't be completely responsible for his actions. He's affected Like me, telling him he's not in a state of mind to know who he is.
I want somebody to tell me who he is. I think you'll be looking for the Ripper to do that.
What do you think about Gideon as the Chesapeake River?
science?
My name is Paul Carruthers. I'm a psychiatrist. I read your article on Abel Gideon.
And yours, Dr. Carruthers? I found your paper on narcissistic personality disorder in household, especially as it pertains to your feelings of Abel Gideon.
It's very kind of you.
You calling about his escape?
Well, yeah. I'd like to collaborate with Morris on my psychology.
You want a writing partner?
Could we meet?
Bookmark for his Bible. They call this the Colombian necktie. What do you think?
Dr. Paul Carruthers wrote an article for the Journal of Clinical Psychology in which he described Dr. Gideon as being a pathological narcissist who suffers from psychotic episodes.
Let's hope he got some satisfaction from being proved right.
This is about more than just getting a
His mind was affected by psychiatrists, and as a surgeon, he is applying his own skill set. Gave you something better to do with your tongue than wag it?
That's not how he died. Drained him till his heart stopped.
Got a little on his collar. Other than that, didn't spill a drop.
That's because it's all in here. 4.5 liters all packed in ice.
Please deliver to the Red Cross.
That's considerate.
peacocking for the first date. Dr. Gideon was still here.
You might be working out the emergency exit. Considering these columns there are 3. They're all terribly locked down. Now, this relationship between you and me can do us both some good.
Am I to be sorry? Anything you want to say?
I did enjoy the article you wrote about the poor nurse. Killed. Didn't really seem like genuine Freddie Lowndes.
Jack Crawford told me to write it.
Of course he did.
To flesh out the Chesapeake Ripper.
And flushed out he was. Why, he waved Jack Crawford dead clean down around his head. Right here like a flag in this very room. Lowndes, I might be slightly fuzzy in this area, but there's no need to push me. Like remembering something from your childhood. I'm not sure. Is your memory or a friend's memory? Then you realize, sadly, it's just some photo in an old book.
You're waiting for the Chesapeake Ripper to come back here. Attending at Western
He interviewed Dr. Gideon for the same psychopathy survey I participated in.
Still no word from Dr. Jill.
He hasn't answered his phone since yesterday. Didn't show up.
Gideon wants to lure the Ripper. He's going to offer up the man who disrespected Ripper identity. Every detail of Dr. Gordon's murder, as described meticulously in the Greyhound article, has been faithfully reproduced to set. For what?
What's different about Carson? Why amputate his arm?
Freddie write anything about this?
Not that I know of, no.
He didn't kill this man. The Chesapeake Ripper did.
You said the Chesapeake Ripper would want to kill Gideon for taking credit for it.
Gideon was the only man in the Ripper didn't want to risk exposure.
Where's the last place you saw a severed arm, Jack? And in this instance, I would like to see the look on your face. Please. You're not the Chesapeake Ripper. Got inside my mind, Frederick. Inside your belly. This is, of course, Freddie Lowndes, who you know. She will be assisting me today, or assisting you, by manually pumping the ventilator should you stop breathing.
Oh my God.
Real Chesapeake Ripper is a collector of surgical trophies. And I'll leave him a little gift. In fact, I'm going to leave him a gift basket. It is truly amazing how many organs a body can offer up before it really begins to suffer.
I want you to wait outside. Come down with something. It will compromise you if you are. You gotta keep things in perspective. You gotta keep yourself in perspective. Some people they will hate you. You get it. So, Johnny, listen. You just can't take it all in. You've got to let go of as much of it as you can. You just gotta let go.
It's hard to shake off something already under your skin. Mark.
I need more water.
Gideon's gone. He's still alive.
I need medical in here now!
Bruh is fucking holding his own guts in place. How's he alive? Hello.
I was expecting the Chesapeake Ripper. Turn around and look at me. You are looking a little peachy, Mr. Graham. But I'm not saying you crazy, but you look ill.
Drive.
What have you got? I'm losing my mind. I don't know what's real.
It's 7:27 p.m. You're in Baltimore, Maryland, and the name is Woodley.
I don't care who I am. This is real.
What do you see, Will? I don't see anyone.
No.
Right there.
There's no one there. Will. You're alone. You came here alone. Do you remember coming here? Derek Jacob Hobbs is dead. You killed him. You watched him die. Will, you're having an episode. I want you to hand me the gun. Will, I want you to hand me the... Will? You got him out, people.
That doesn't seem to bother you.
I said it was mild. Are you the man who claimed to be the Chesapeake Ripper?
Why do you say claim?
Because you're not. You know you're not, and you don't know much more about who you are beyond that.
Are you the Ripper?
Terrible thing. To have your identity taken from you.
Well, I'm taking it back. One piece at a time. You should see the pieces I got out of my psychiatrist.
Alana Bloom was one of your psychiatrists, too. Is that right?
Yes, Dr. Bloom.
I can tell you at the time. No, can you hear me? Repeat after me. My name is Will Gray. Raise both of your arms. More. More. Good. Oh, no, realize that I need It wasn't a stroke. You may have had a seizure. Tell me the last thing you remember. Yeah, it's a part. You have a feeling. You're hallucinating. You thought it was life. Yes, it's an illusion. It's a delusion disguising reality. Don't let that let you slip away. You killed Larry Bridgerhoff once. You can find a way to kill him again. Even Gideon and Philip Ross mutilated Dr. Chilton. They found him. Saying to life. I'm worried about Alana. No. Well, you're in no state to go anywhere but the hospital.
I called Jack.
Stay where you are.
I don't know if I will ever be myself again. I've got any self left over. I don't think I remember who I was when I wasn't. Who are you now? Now I'm you. We're both there listening. We're kind of people that haven't seen life. Already been. Hartsfield, another person. Can't get out of here. I want to get out. I want things that we can't have. But if I kill him, see it better. Maybe I can understand it better. Everything will finally make sense.
At least Will remains in one piece. For now. temperature is 105. The white blood cell count is twice normal, and they still can't identify the source of this infection. You hunting? I am.
Even with a temperature of 105 degrees, Will was able to bring Gideon down. I told you he'll be fine.
Jack, I would recommend you suspend his license to carry firearms.
You and I are just going to have a different view.
I know who you is. John knows who he is. But our experience is different. How is this experience going to
Middle windows are done. Oh, my hand. I've only been doing this for less than 30 minutes, but my hand is still feeling it from yesterday.
Bill Graham is troubled.
And that troubles you? Beyond a professional concern for a patient?
I see his madness and I want to contain it. Like an oil spill.
Oil is valuable. What value does Will Graham's madness have for you?
You're suggesting I'm more fascinated with the madness than the man.
Are you?
No. He realized early on that he saw things differently than other people. Felt things differently.
So did you?
I see myself in Will.
Do you see yourself in his madness?
Madness can be a medicine for the modern world. You take it in moderation, it's beneficial.
You overdose and it can have unfortunate side effects.
And side effects can be temporary. They can be a boost to our psychological immune systems to help fight the existential crisis of normal life.
Will Graham does not present you with problems from normal life.
No, he doesn't.
What does he present you with?
The opportunity for friendship.
He is still your patient, Hannibal. Where Will Graham is concerned, if you feel the impulse to step forward, you must force yourself to take a step back.
Just watch him lose his mind.
Sometimes all we can do is watch.
Previously on Hannibal. You think this was a copycat?
Almost feel like he's mocking her.
Your name is Jordan. Imagine you're not alone.
Somebody told him we were coming.
The man on the phone?
Did you recognize his voice?
How much would I get if you were to talk about me?
Nicholas Boyle was gutted with a hunting knife. You knew how to do that.
You think I did this?
You and I are just gonna have to have a difference of opinion about who Will is, Doctor.
I'm worried about you, Will. What if you lose time and hurt yourself? Or someone else?
My machine just stopped working. Hold on. Oh, my machine stopped working. I gotta figure it out. Hold on.
You look better.
Do I look alive?
You look pretty.
Must be all the oxygen. They say what's wrong with you?
Not just the fever. I'm trying to find out what else.
They won't find anything. They'll keep taking tests, getting false diagnosis, bad meds. But they won't find anything. They'll just know that you're wrong. I hope you have good insurance.
Recover with shock treatment.
You know how many times I've been told I could recover with treatment? Feels more like a horrible dream. That I couldn't see your face.
Chicken soup.
Yes.
Awake.
Visiting that unfortunate young woman suffering from delusions.
She's my support group.
And I think nothing more I can do.
Hey, Chico. Hi, baby.
Loss of time, sleepwalking. Could that have all been
Happening in your body or mind that can no longer be ignored, Will. What we must do now is continue to support and recovery.
I can't remember what she did.
Can't say I blame her.
The hospital speculates that it was a short circuit that ignited the fire. You know, it was well-maintained. No exposed wiring.
Horrible way to die.
There was a kid in Italy in the United States. Barton said electricity used to die and set it off.
Cubic yards of oxygen suddenly became 2 cubic yards of fire.
Is it possible that she set the fire herself?
She wasn't wearing her grounding bracelet. Prevents the buildup of static electricity.
She was facing 2 murder charges.
I was here. I spoke to her.
Why did you speak to her?
Well, the case against her doesn't really matter anymore, does it, Jack?
We could use the articles at the time of each of the murders as book chapter headings. Girls just There's already a book about serial killers. Especially after the guy who wrote it killed himself. The guy's last victim anyway. Was I? Who was? Blame him for Nick Boyle. Better question is, who's pregnant? Nick Boyle was just a dumb kid who was really messed up because his What gives them away? A very specific kind of hostility. I see it every time I look at Will Graham. He did kill my dad. As far as I'm concerned. Told everyone he was You really don't think he did it? Whoever killed an innocent man.
are the sum of our choices. This mission
It's gonna cost you dearly.
Check yourself back in.
Fever broke.
I don't care.
Georgia Manchin didn't commit suicide, and whatever happened to her wasn't
I'm gonna have Z come down here and stick a thermometer in you, and if you've got a temperature higher than 99,
natural. She was
then...
murdered, Jack.
By who? His blood was all over Georgia Manchin. Her DNA was all over him. Face because she cut it in half. Well, I understand. You're looking for an explanation. Is all of this okay?
No. I
Yes,
don't.
you
That
do.
is not what I want. Listen, something went wrong. And we will never know what that is. But for all the doctors she saw, for all of the help she received, she was fighting what's wrong around here. There is nothing you can do about all her health wants. This woman was misunderstood. What I can do is make sure that her This wasn't an accident.
See if anyone tampered with the wiring or even like a short circuit, but nothing.
So what sparked the fire?
Inconclusive, but not conclusively inconclusive. Found this. Thought it might have been part of the bed or monitoring equipment. The mass spectrometer said it was celluloid plastic. They don't use plastic in those things.
Right. It generates static electricity. Combust. You're holding the murder weapon.
Or whatever she used to kill herself.
No. Whoever killed Sutcliffe wanted to kill him. How Georgia Manchin killed her victim, but not exactly how, correct?
Georgia Manchin carved up her victim's face. Sutcliffe was nearly decapitated at the jaw. I mean,
So she went further the second time. Serial killers often do that.
She was copied. Like, whoever killed Marissa Shore and Cassie Boyle wanted to copy how Garrett Jacob Hobbs killed his victims. But not exactly how.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that Dr. Sutcliffe was killed by Garrett Jacob Hobbs's copycat?
No.
Georgia Manchin.
Because you think you said Nicholas Boyle was the copycat. His blood was on one of the victims. Nicholas Boyle was Miguel Hobbs right now.
You think he's protecting her?
He has been ever since he started you have
Give me 1 second.
Is it really mental illness, doctor, or is it just that his mind works so differently from most people's that we don't know what else to call it?
There are days when even Will doesn't understand his own thinking.
Dr. DeMaria, I'm Special Agent Jack Crawford with the FBI. I'd like to talk with you about a patient of yours.
Do you have a court order?
Well, I'd rather not get one if I don't have to.
So it's not an official inquiry?
Not yet. I'd hate to damage anyone's reputation unnecessarily.
Whose reputation is that?
I suspect that Dr. Campbell may be withholding certain information. Yes, ma'am. It's not that I think Dr. Lecter's dangerous. I don't. I'm concerned about the relationship he has with one of his So if you can't discuss Dr. Lecter, perhaps we can discuss you. You were attacked by a patient not too long ago. I read the report.
Yes.
This patient almost killed you.
It's the only thing that saved my life.
Thank God for small favors.
Yes, thank God.
You should know there was another attack recently in Dr. Lecter's office. Involving another patient.
Complicated patient.
How far do you think Dr. Lecter is going to therapy repeatedly? Specifically, your brain?
I refer to Will Graham more as a friend than as a patient.
How far do you think you would go to treat a friend?
Well, he doesn't have many of them, so I imagine he'd be loyal. I know that he's concerned about Will Graham, and I know that he wants to help him.
Well, I consider Will a friend.
It seems to me that Will Graham would be willing to have nothing
into Hobbs' personal life, that they may have met, known each other, perhaps even killed together.
I've been yearning for a return to the fundamentals of investigation.
Train station, airport, toll road, hotel details. I want to track Garrett Jacob Hobbs using license plate capture from security footage. I also want to know every phone call he made and where he may be from.
I'll see if I can get R&I to launch a couple of clerks to help us cross-match.
Good. I also want to know every place that he went that wasn't home. I want to know how long he was there, who he was there with, and I want to know the travel times of the newest missing girl in the Minnesota Tri-State. You got it? Yeah. Okay.
I felt
Oh my god, it's already been an hour.
Yeah, you
Calm
can think
down.
about when you take my I thought I got away from him.
Oh, I don't think either of us have gotten away from your father.
Part of any of it. Feels like my dad's still out there.
What he is?
You mean the copycat?
Okay, this goes all the way up. Fades around there, okay.
He had enough doubt in whatever it is you told him about your patient to leave him in
Are you asking us, my psychiatrist?
and I'm speaking to you now as your colleague. Whatever you're doing with Will Graham, you may not be able to.
I'm not comfortable telling you that I'm doing just Let's see. What did you say? You protect your patient from Jack Crawford, but I can't. When the pressures of my personal and professional relationships with Will grow too great, I assure you, I'll find a way to relieve them.
Ugh.
Much better now.
I feel clearer. It had to be the fever.
Give my hand a little break.
Finally,
I'm gonna probably go over these because they're still a little gray. Grayer than this came out.
The murders you're attributing to the copycat have suspects. Whose DNA was
First, I
found
want
on
to
the
finish
victim.
this part.
So what? choosing to ignore that?
Suspects are dead. I'm choosing to factor that into my psychological profile of a killer. Georgia Madchen followed me to Sutcliffe's office. She witnessed his murder. She saw the copycat.
Yeah, like around
Why
there.
not kill her then and there?
Or maybe he didn't have the time. You know, she was an unreliable witness. Just that bought him time.
So you framed her for the murder.
I wasn't planning on framing her. I was planning on framing me.
You believe this is personal?
If it wasn't before, it is now. This could be someone at the Bureau, someone in the police department, someone who knows the crimes and has access to the investigations.
Someone like you.
There will be evidence. I found a pattern, and now I'm going to reconstruct his thinking.
How do you intend to do that?
By taking Abigail back to Minnesota. Start where the copycat started, when he called Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
Will, this is venturing into the paranoid. I can't allow you to pull Abigail into your delusion.
This isn't a delusion. I'm not hallucinating. I haven't lost time. I am awake. And this is real.
Found train tickets purchased by Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
Tickets.
2 from the same train line that one of his victims was using.
Elise Nichols.
Found more instances of Hobbs crossing with victims. Dinner receipts for 2 in 2 hotel rooms near the same campus. We know he wasn't traveling alone.
He was traveling with his daughter?
They were both registered for the same orientation program at St. Cloud State on the Mississippi, which is where the Nichols girl was going.
No.
Abigail Hobbs attended orientations at every school where a girl was abducted by the Minnesota strike within days of the abduction.
She was with him when he was choosing these girls.
She was the bait. She was helping him choose the girls.
Connection between the copycat killer and Garrett Jacob Hobbs might be family.
She kills Cassie Boyle to impress Dad. She kills Marissa Shore in memoriam. Then she kills Nicholas Boyle to cover her tracks.
And why
No.
come after Sutcliffe? What a Madchen girl.
No.
Because she's got a taste for it. Or she wants to impress someone.
No, sir. Go to your bed.
Hello, Agent Crawford.
Freddie Lowndes?
You look like you came here to arrest somebody. Is it Abigail Hobbs or Will Graham?
Will Graham was here?
Well, then it was Abigail Hobbs.
Where is she?
One of the other girls said Special Agent Graham snuck her out. I don't know why he would feel the need to be sneaky. He is registered as one of her guardians. The irony.
Give us a minute. How's the book coming?
There's plot holes.
Tell me how you're filling them in.
Did Abigail Hobbs kill Nick Boyle?
This definitely
What is
came.
it?
These shading lines definitely came out more than these ones on over here. These are a little more grayed out, but these are definitely more solid.
And know all the moves they're making when they're trying to hide something. What is Will Graham trying to hide?
Sorry to barge in on you guys. Couldn't wait. You want to tell me what the hell is going on between Will Graham and Abigail Hobbs?
Bill has been victim of many unusual and irrational thoughts.
Has he acted on these thoughts?
No, I'm not better. But he's the last for that matter. But he has a serious fear of my son.
Because I've seen him confuse the tracks and confuse the burner.
He may have been confused because he was waking up. Might not have known where he was or how he got there.
Waking up.
Some of the associates with the mind state. He would appear perfectly normal, not remember a thing. But that's the part of him, what?
And how long have you been aware?
He's only recently started to discuss these episodes.
Well, that recently means just before I walked into your office, you failed to mention any of this to me.
Because I was trying to determine if it was trauma and stress in the work he's doing for you or mental illness. But his wife should be sure before making any kind of claim about Will Graham's sanity.
He's taken Abigail Hobbs. Do you have any idea where they might be going? Is it possible that Will knew what Abigail was doing? Is that why he's protecting her?
There's something you should hear.
Killed in his animal. Guilty. Because you couldn't save her.
Will was well the night he was killed. He was supposed to be with his mother. I knocked on his phone. No reason Dr. Fletcher thought he shouldn't have refused me. The things that had killed him was enough. This dissociative personality state you say he goes into?
He felt he was becoming him. Now he knows how to stop it. We'll have to send it to him. I'm so sorry, Jack.
You look a little pasty. Maybe you should have checked yourself out of the hospital.
I feel fine.
Would have been my mom.
You can see Lake Superior from there.
I could take you. Yeah, if you want to go.
Some places are staying now. No, I am.
I think I knew your father well enough to know about this place.
You felt like you knew my father.
I wanted to understand him. Felt like I had to understand him.
Do you ever hunt? Same thing, isn't it? When you stop, and then you realize. Taught me how to hunt.
All those girls your dad killed. Did you fish? Or did you hunt, Abigail?
Protect me. You'd keep it a secret.
Hopper was right about you. He knew. Killed me. Abigail, and somebody you know did.
I think that somebody could be you. You were there. You saw Marissa. You knew about this. And there was something wrong with you.
Sir, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave. We're preparing the cabin for the next passengers.
I'm sorry. Where are we?
Dulles International, Virginia.
Was there a young woman traveling with me?
All the other passengers are disembarked. It's just you, sir.
I was so worried about you. Will told me he was taking you to Minnesota and I was sending you back to him. Wait, sir.
He knows it.
So does that.
He can't protect me anymore.
They'll arrest you when they find you. Yes. And will.
Did he kill Marissa?
They will believe he did. They will believe he killed others too. That what Graham was coming for.
Why?
I was curious what would happen when I killed Marissa. I was curious. See how much like your father you were. Nicholas Bond is more important than you many more than your father.
Are you going to kill me?
I'm so sorry, Abigail. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you in this life.
Took its due.
Turn away now, and all Middle Earth will be ashes.
Is it my task to face sorrow?
Murdered by whoever killed Dr. Sutton.
Dad, it's for you.
You know, said he goes to
Whoever killed North Shore and Cassie Boyle wanted to copy of the dedicated copies of his victims.
and now he has Hobbs' daughter, who Hobbs intended to kill.
Mind if I sit?
Way more than your father. the last time you saw Abigail?
My feet were muddy.
Well, when was the last time you saw Abigail?
Yesterday. Your father's cabin. I had an episode.
was she afraid?
Maybe that I told her. But it wasn't real. No, it wasn't
It will only be worse.
What are we gonna find in Minnesota, Will?
I don't know.
Go ahead and process them.
Chico.
Right rear pocket. Right rear pocket. Under wallet. Unfolding knife. Right front pocket. Folding knife.
I tell you both don't know what I'm finding under your nails. You called me once because you didn't trust yourself to know what was real.
With any certainty, no.
Certainty comes from the evidence. I didn't want to find the evidence. I wanted to be certain about who you are, but you can't understand. So I'm feeling it yourself. You can't see me. It's too slow. You always said you interpret the evidence, so do it well.
I killed Abigail.
We analyzed the tissue. It matched Abigail Hobbs. It was her ear. Her blood under Will's fingernails. Scratches on his arms are all defensive wounds. Like
You won't get too close. You said you would cover him. You could see he was breaking.
Yes, I could, and I kept pushing him. Because he was saving lives, Alana.
Not Abigail Hobbs's life.
You look me in the face and tell me that you couldn't see that he was breaking?
Of course I could see it. I told you not to put him out there!
Every decision I made concerning Will's mental health, I made under advisement of a respected psychiatrist who you recommended.
No, you have to see something wrong.
Not until it was too late. It's like everybody else.
Dementia isn't a disease. It's a symptom of disease. We have to find out what's causing it and treat it.
The concern is that there may not be anything to treat. Will had a brain scan. Maybe Will just did what Hobbs couldn't.
Abigail's blood is on all of us. So's Will's.
Oh, my back.
I can feel one perched under my chin.
Let it out.
I'm afraid that if I started, I wouldn't be able to stop. I'm surprised Jack let you in here. Overtures.
Jack doesn't know about your romantic overtures. I feel wounded. Animal services. I'll go pick up your dogs in a couple hours. I'll take them back home with me. And I'll take care of them until whenever.
Whenever it could be a long time from now.
I'll take care of them until then.
Thank you.
Be the standard psychopathologist.
But you don't ask me to draw a clock.
Not a voice you draw clock.
Said it was an exercise to ground me in the present moment. A handle to help me hold on to reality.
What is the clock number?
See,
least of your problems.
Despite the overwhelming evidence, I find myself searching for ways that Abigail could still be alive.
Grieving is an individual process of life and the meaning of its end.
I know what life means. We've existed for 100,000 years. In that time, 100 billion human lives have had beginnings and ends.
100 billion lives doesn't impact you. Clearly, Abigail Hobbs's life has, and you seem surprised by that.
I never considered having a son. But after meeting Abigail, now this business here. The opportunity to guide and support and in many ways direct the life.
You have an influence on her.
I was hoping I was.
Young people are supposed to be the lenses through which we see ourselves.
I think of my earliest memory and project forward to what I imagine will be my death. I never think about living beyond that fantasy. Except I respect it.
You are.
More so after this loss.
Will Graham is a loss too. You might believe him.
I haven't given up on life.
We found him guilty of killing Abigail Hobbs.
When? Just tonight.
I don't recommend you participate in any rehabilitation effort.
So confident in my ability to help him. To solve him.
To save him.
Saving him. I lost Abigail. It's hard to accept that I can tell you more. So propose it.
As you know, Will is a fly fisher. He designs all of his own lure. Most anglers use feathers, fur, twine, bits of shell. They design each lure to catch a specific fish.
It came out my eye. I noticed the hair color. It seems to accept what I was saying. There were attempts to confirm the connection. What connection? Four of the lures are made from materials including human remains.
And we have a DNA match going.
This one is Cassie Boyle. Bits of bone fragments and pieces of lung. Marissa Shore. Antler velvet, fingernail wound with her hair. Mark teeth, soft tissue from inside his mouth bound with cartilage from his jaw.
All victims of the copycat.
And this last lure was made with hair and fibers that matched his clothes and nails.
He took trophies of all his victims.
Trophies. So now Will Graham's a serial killer who takes trophies?
Something's wrong with Will physically, neurologically. He's not a serial killer.
You're sick, Will. We're gonna move you to a secure medical ward. We're gonna take you to the bottom of whatever it is that's wrong with you, and we're gonna make sure that you get whatever kind of treatment you need.
Baltimore State Hospital for the criminally insane. I'm still fumbling around in my head.
This job doesn't generally lend itself to optimism, right? But I desperately want to be optimistic about an alternative to what every fiber of the evidence tells me you've done.
I can't confess to something I don't remember.
The question is, how much more is there that you don't remember? We found your fishing lures.
Yeah, I should hope so. They were on my desk right by the front door.
We found human remains amongst the materials that you made them from. The human remains of Cassie Boyle, Marissa Shore, Donald Sutcliffe, Georgia Madison. Yes.
I wasn't.
There's not an argument you want to be making right now. Not with me.
And I expected that.
My biggest fear is that we'll learn that you knew what you did the whole time.
It's a better idea. Let's continue to be afraid.
You know, someone's doing this. The bad thing is that
They know the cases. They know forensics.
Hi. Thank you.
can you hear how paranoid you sound?
How are you?
It could just be you. But then I'd be really screwed, wouldn't I?
I wanted to be,
Slow day.
I wanted to do this.
Maybe you'll get off early. Maybe.
We're grabbing
Oh, he's doing that nonsense again. I'm sorry, he's doing that shit again.
and the driver from the vehicle. We found the ambulance in an alley in Dumfries. These are not the actions of an innocent.
Well, the actions of a man who's impaired. I had Will draw a cross to take for cognitive dysfunction.
That isn't true. Now this is the clock he drew for me 2 weeks ago. It's normal.
What disease progresses gradually but plateaus for lengths of time?
Still have periods of clarity. We've seen him leave it in a well one moment and then the next.
Could be some form of encephalitis.
Autoimmune encephalitis.
It's hard to diagnose. There are no tumors, no lesions. It wouldn't even show up in a brain scan unless you were looking for it.
Look, just tell me if he could kill 5 people and not be aware of it. This doesn't feel like dementia. This is an intelligent psychopath. Look, this killer is born to Abigail's father?
I was with Will that entire time. Outside loading the car with the files, but that was only for a few minutes.
No, he wasn't bad book. That's how Will said he caught Hobbs. Now, how would you say he caught him?
We were looking through the files, and it was as if Will plucked his name out of a hat based on missing more than an incomplete address.
Let me play the devil here for a moment, Doctor. This clock test.
Could Will fake something like this? Would he be able to do that?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Self-aware.
I believe it's entirely possible, if not nearly indisputable. I discovered her here.
It was just Abigail. I would have believed. I would have believed.
You know who you are in this moment. That's not always the case, Will.
I didn't kill any of them. And somebody is making sure that no one knows.
If we're to prove you didn't commit these murders, perhaps we should consider how you could have. And then disprove that. If you are this killer, that identity runs through these events like a thread through pearls. Cassie Ball would have been your first victim. You said her crime scene was practically gift wrapped. Yes, we want to help the system to you on the show. We may have been exploring how he killed to better understand who he was. He disappeared on a Saturday. Was found in the window. You would have had the weekends to do your work. How much like Abigail she was? Same height, same weight, hair color, same age. So much like himself and you were like Abigail about to the story. That's the subject one killed on Abigail's hospital. He was murdered, and you imagined yourself murdering a woman only days before.
The man was killed. And then she was murdered.
You catch these kids by getting them together. You also allow them into your own. I'm trying to help you, Will.
Take me to Minnesota. I want to see where Abigail died.
Have you had any contact with Hannibal Lecter in the last 24 hours?
I made the session this morning, and he didn't call in, which he would consider rude. Is something wrong?
I'm on my way to Minnesota. I believe that Will Graham is taking Hannibal Lecter to Minnesota.
Will thinks he's being framed for these murders. He's slipping in and out of delusion. He could kill Hannibal and not even know he's doing it.
If anyone could have helped Mr. Graham, it would have been Hannibal.
For you. Caller ID said it was blocked.
Okay, baby. It's okay.
Well,
Thank you for popping in anyways, though.
where?
They're really cracking down on you in there, huh?
Are we gonna be in the car? You be my dad, you be my mom, and you be the man on the phone.
That's okay. It's not your fault, though. It's mainly their fault, but you know, it's okay. It's alright, though. Thank you for coming in anyways. I posted the first video on Patreon finally. The one I did, the last one I did. The one where it's like heavily black.
Arterial spray.
They haven't found their body.
Just the one piece.
If you want to try to get the house to spend its money in the paper, they won't never find out.
I honored it with him.
Perhaps you didn't come here looking for a killer. Perhaps you came here to find yourself. You killed a man in this very room.
I stared at Hobbs.
And the time when other men fear their isolation, yours has become understandable to you. Because you are unique.
I'm as alone as you are.
If you followed the urges you kept down for so long, cultivated them, as the inspirations they are, you would have become someone other than yourself.
I'm so sure. I know who you are. I am certain one of us killed Abigail.
Whoever that was killed the others. And you're killing me? You. Right now, this man standing in front of me. Is this who you really are?
I am who I've always been. Scales are just falling from my eyes. I
It feels good to feel better, Jimmy. But it feels good to feel better. What reason would I have?
Oof. This is where this shit goes down. Oh my god.
No, Tracy. Someone like me. Someone who thinks how I wind him up and watch him go. Apparently, Dr. Lecter, this is how I go.
Will, easy.
Hannibal is the biggest fucking gaslighter of the series, of any series. It's crazy.
More on this.
And then it starts
It's expected to make a substantial
around
recovery.
this area.
Would you have done the photographs you couldn't have done? I would have wanted to.
I believe I've failed to satisfy my obligation. More than I said, doesn't it? Well, he's not your victim yet. He won't be ill. You know, my God,
I've seen him broken in all kinds of hideous and offhanded ways, but never like this. Never like this.
no one in this room will be the same. First of all, it's not the hero that fires black. It will have unique, smoldering flavor to the meat. Oh, to the meat. Thank you for inviting me.
It seems like we need to talk.
And since you refuse invitations to my dinner table, this is the only way I could cook for you.
What's on your mind, Hannibal?
Bye. Have a good rest of your shift.
I'm going to see Will tomorrow.
As a patient or as a friend?
As a farewell. Of sorts.
Thought Mr. Graham was finally going to be the patient who cost you your life.
It didn't cost me my life. Cost everything else. Your beer is getting cold.
Controversial dish. Veal.
Those who know veal often fight the young eggs in which the animals are killed. When they're in fattening, and many pigs go to slaughter.
You have to be careful, Hannibal. They're starting to see your pattern.
What pattern would that be?
You develop relationships with patients who are prone to violence. that pattern. Under scrutiny, Jack Crawford's beliefs about you might start to unravel.
Tell me, just a few more. Have you ever used that little gunshot before?
Hello, Dr. Lecter. Three explosions in 2 weeks. We could be looking at Fallout Day 1 on the streets of Gotham.
Previously on Hannibal.
I hallucinated that I killed her. Will Graham, you're under arrest for murder.
4 of the lures are made from materials, including human remains.
According to killed Abigail.
I feel wounded.
Guess he dodged a bullet with me.
I kept pushing him because he was saving lives.
I told you not to put him out there!
I didn't kill any of them. Somebody is making sure that no one believes me.
You catch these killers by getting into their heads, but you also allow them into your own, trying to help you, Will.
I know who I am. Not so sure. I know who you are.
Are you a killer, Will?
Will.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Dr. Lecter.
Sit down. What
Seasonal about eating it. I never felt guilty eating anything. I last prepared this meal for my aunt Murasaki on a similarly a loss. This is a loss. Will is a loss, and we're mourning a death. No death is on me. Murders, while I am only maybe convicted of. Bloodhound, you can't ignore where it points. I'm not ignoring. We can't define.
Ugh, that's really how it be sometimes.
What did you say?
I said, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm sitting in a dunking tank and you're lobbing softballs at me with I want to talk to Dr. Lecter.
According to Dr. Bloom, you were warned against putting someone with Will Graham's issues into the field.
Yes.
Were you aware that Dr. Bloom would be following this report?
Yes. He told me this vehicle.
Did you advise her against it?
I told her she could do whatever she felt
felt was necessary. Evidently, you felt it was necessary to
Examiner is someone who arrives at a battlefield after the battle and bayonets the wounded.
Oh shit.
You have wounded Agent Crawford. Who do you think is going to be getting the bayonet?
She's from Sex and the City.
There is a general desire to see this through quickly and quietly. In light of that, Dr. Bloom, I would greatly appreciate it if you would recant your report.
No, Will Graham's life has been destroyed. How that happened has to be a matter of record.
Sorry, Jim.
is not easily swayed. It already is.
Oh no! Ew!
He's still influencing you. Will Graham asking to see you betrays his clear intent to manipulate you.
And if I agree to see Will?
It betrays your clear intent to manipulate him.
I miss him.
You are obsessed with Will Graham.
I'm intrigued.
Obsessively. And you will take advantage.
Where is
Why? Why is he?
He's his own mentality of obsessed with people. Like a clear answer. As he questioned you. There's an honesty in that argument.
And yet there's an honesty in that you can relate to. What can't you repress, Hannibal?
I find it a lot easier now to do these bigger strokes first and then add in these little tiny details after. I don't know why, it somehow just looks better that way.
Hello, Will. Dr. West. Lost before? And now?
I can't get you out of my head.
Friendship can sometimes involve a breach of I imagine it's easier to believe I'm responsible for this. Your inner voice can provide a method of taking control. Conversations were only ever about you opening your eyes to the truth of who.
And when I do, there will be a reckoning.
Faith in you, Will.
Oh, that was cheek lining. Oh my god.
I'm amazed what falls off the best of us when moving through the room.
Lessons learned from cellular decay. Enjoy the world while we have it. Give a little bit back.
When possible, I try to leave an indelible mark wherever I go.
Hopefully not with your DNA.
How long will you have no sleep?
You might want to think about supplementing your wardrobe.
I think everything.
You know, this is just a formality. Nobody expects to find anything. Except for maybe Will Graham.
You'll have to be disappointed. The beauty of what you do is that you can stay with you. Maybe you already end up on your trail.
I'll find enough of it. No need to infer or assume or trust.
So much simpler than psychiatry. You're doing its best to understand what he is and why.
You were supposed to protect him.
Maybe so.
Yeah. I'm not mad at you. Not any more than I'm mad at myself. We all must be.
We all want to suffer.
We don't suffer. Maybe we will learn.
This way, Doctor.
This is the fourth body we've recovered so far.
Oh, honestly, it's hard to tell, but someone went through a lot of trouble. Make sure that they were well preserved. They've been covered in some kind of resin.
The big one was partially sealed, rotting from the inside out. The other three look like they were involved.
Whatever he's doing, he's still figuring out how to do it.
Finally, give it a wipe.
Were they injected with silicone?
And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to make these little detailed lines darker, depending on how these turn out. Hopefully they're dark.
Make models of things that you want to keep. These were tossed in the river. Maybe they weren't perfect. These are his discards. I'm giving you informed consent to discuss me as your patient.
With whom?
Jack Colbert.
Disclosure of patient information should be limited to the requirements of the situation. What is the situation, Hannibal?
Will Graham made accusations. Jack's only being thorough.
By keeping Agent Crawford close.
You share an obsession. I got to be with Graham today. I consulted at an FBI crime scene. I stood in Will's shoes, looked through his eyes, and I saw death. How I imagined he would see it.
Why would you be inviting the scrutiny of the FBI?
I'm being as open and honest as I know how.
You maintain an air of transparency while putting me in the position to lie for you. Again.
You're not just lying for me.
How far will this flirtation?
Alright, so this came out pretty dark. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'm gonna touch up this side.
Jack Crawford is less suspicious of me than you are.
Jack Crawford doesn't know what you're capable of.
Neither do you.
Maybe someday he might, with the right defense.
I don't currently have legal representation.
I'll find you a lawyer who's not affiliated with the Your mind was on fire. You had no control over doing it.
But if I could.
Well, what did you see?
Salted and ash-baked celeriac with... You didn't lose it, Frederick. It was taken from you. I remain impressed with your recovery. Alana Bloom. Makes me feel like I'm fumbling with his head like a freshman. Well, it's going to be a Dr. Bloom's visit. He asked her to hypnotize him so he could recover his memories. Such hoary old chestnut. She wants to believe him. I do too. You are a monster. You have nice skin.
Nothing in common except they all disappeared from their homes with their vehicles. And they all had large amounts of heroin in their systems. Enough to eat all the and then some.
What's this strange skin discoloration on your body?
Or a resin shell.
What are these puncture wounds?
Those are like eyelids. Something was threaded through, they were strung up, mounted, presented.
How's he choosing them?
I don't know.
how I feel about I'm compartmentalizing.
Pictures.
Yes. The first 6 bodies were found in the same place, dumped in a river, caught in a beaver dam. From 3 different states. Tell me what you see.
suppose you blame me too, huh?
Hello, Jack.
You need to take that seriously.
Horrible. Got all the dogs chipped, but at least they're not running important to Will than establishing his own defense.
Hannibal's not guilty.
But he's clinging to the hope Hannibal did this, so he doesn't have to.
I would
Here is the truth, Jack. Will's terrified, but that's not stopping him.
Worst. My nails feel like little daggers. My palm is hurting.
Hey, Will. You know that man whose classroom I walked into months ago? I remember.
How nice it is to stumble on a new one. To prove to myself or anyone else that Hannibal was responsible. Not even.
You recovered a memory?
Not to me. It's so.
An orgy of evidence. About Dr. Lecter Will thoroughly. We went over every factor of every disclosure. We took his DNA. We found nothing.
You let the fox into the henhouse.
You stood over Kathy's dead body. I can't hear this anymore.
You may not believe me now.
hopelessly on Hannibal.
Oh,
Light
hand.
of friendship won't reach us for a million years. That's how far away from friendship. We've got
Transparency. Well, putting me in the
Sounds like you a lot of trouble to make sure they're the right preserve. They're coated in some kind of resin.
They're like
pieces of you you can't see.
I'm afraid to see. I don't know which is which. Maybe you're not behind the
we could move forward.
I felt so betrayed by you.
Please. Sit down. I'm curious what's getting right on Phil next
We don't have an I am no longer your therapist.
May I ask why?
I have reached the limit of my efficacy. I don't believe I can help you.
Are you giving me a referral?
No. I am simply ending our patient-psychiatrist relationship.
You tried to end it before.
I am grateful for your persistence in engaging me after my attack. However, in light of everything that has happened with Will Graham, I have begun to question your actions, particularly your past actions with regards to me and my attack.
Did you share these questions with Jack Crawford?
No. And nor will I. I would look just as guilty as you. But perhaps that is what you intended.
What exactly am I guilty of?
Exactly, I cannot say. I've had to draw a conclusion based on what I glimpsed through the stitching of the person suit that you wear. And the conclusion that I've drawn is that you are dangerous.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Please don't come to my home again. I will see myself out.
I'm resuming Will Graham's therapy.
To what end? Besides your own.
He asked for my help.
Let me go ahead and... Alright. So, I am finished with him at last. Here we have him.
His name is Roland Umber. Same profile as the other
There we
victims.
go.
Lived alone. Disappeared from home. A large dose of heroin in his system.
This victim
There
wasn't
we are.
unstrung. He was ripped from his movie.
And he's pretty complete. The lines are really solid. I'm very happy with the line work and how dark they came out. And I know that there's still some imperfections, but
Casting bodies in every direction.
damn, this line work is
Very
nice.
poetic. The buffeting and the curve.
Alright,
So many
so thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and conclude it there. And have a lovely day. I will be posting photos of this on Instagram and on my Patreon. Thank you.
There may be trace evidence preserved in the